Hi, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. We are going to be making covers today. Hi, Kelly. I hope. Are you still here? I hope you feel better. Okay, we've got. There we go. Okay. I am here. Something's happening here. Just 1 second. Let me. I am here. I am here. How is everybody? Did you have fun with the coffee dyeing? I think it was a lot of fun. And let's see. Okay, I can't get to the chat, so let me figure out how to get to the back to the chat. And I'm here. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. Okay. Well, there we are. Okay, hi Sherry. Hi Kelly. Hi Darlene. Hi Jody. Hi Melissa. Hi Sherry again. Hi Darlene again. And hi Kat. Welcome. Ah, very good. Yeah, I thought it would be kind of fun because I was doing the beginners series to go ahead and do the paper dyeing. And that actually should have had a part number because it is part of the beginner. So we got cut off. I think we were right in the middle of the day, and with all the kids on the internet and everybody on the internet, we got cut off. So I'm going to show you really quick what we made, and then everybody should be here. So we coffee dyed just random paper. Okay, we got some good puddly paper. We did some coffee dyeing embossing, and the coffee dyed embossed on the charger plate. And then we did several different kinds of pans that I have. So that's the polka dot pan. This is the grill. This is the little polka dot. And then we pulled out the Easter egg dye, and that was a blast. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Laura. Welcome. Welcome back, Laura. I will get you in the group, I promise. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the polka dot paper that I made with the Easter egg dye. We had blue and yellow and pink. Then I did some grill. I dyed a... Hi, Crafty Bibliophile. Welcome. Hi, Kat, again. Oops. A ledger paper, yellow, and then we did some ombre papers, and then we did all the ephemera also. So it was a lot of fun. If you want to go ahead and check that out, look what I set this on the grill to dry, and the pink stuck to those to the grills, and oh my gosh, I just love this paper. So this is pink, and then this is on grid paper, so it's polka dot on grid paper. So that is what we made earlier, and I didn't get to show them at the finish because the video just stopped. It just didn't want, and it didn't want to let me get back on. So so that's what we did there. Today we are going to make a cover using our cereal boxes. So I have my 2 cereal boxes. But before we do that, I want to show you some other things really quickly that you can make a hardcover. Oh, okay. Hi, Sue. Hi, Linda. Hi, Shireen. I will go ahead and show you some other things that you can make a hardcover out of. Of course, you can make it out of a book. This one is my favorite. It's the perfect size. However, it is attached up here. For the most part, it's attached to the spine. So if you're just wanting to use the book, this is not a good book. But I usually cut the spine off of this book because I like to make it a little bit bigger. And so, so that is, you know, using a regular book. And I am going to show you, after we do the cereal, or in the middle of doing the cereal box, we are going to do this one. So I want to turn this into a journal. I think it's perfect. It's like the perfect size. I love that it already has a closure. And so this one is much better. Do you see how the spine is away from that? So all we're going to have to do is just cut that out and we will have a cover. So, but I think that this is going to be a great use for this. I didn't end up using this date book. I was given several. People know I like to use those, so they buy them for me. So another one along those lines, and you might have something in your stash like this. This is Post-it notes. It is a Susan Branch set of Post-it notes that was my mom's. And I am going to eventually turn this into a journal. And so, but I am going to be using these in my next, one of my next journals. I love those. And so those were in my mom's stuff. Another thing that I have, and I've been hanging on to this for a while. This is a Hallmark card holder. It is done like a book. So I'm thinking, and it's already falling apart. So I'm thinking, you know, take this apart. Look, it's got the strings already, just needs to be reinforced. So here we go. Here we go. And we'll tie. Okay, there we go. So that's another one that you can do. And so, of course, any books. Now, along the lines of the cereal box, you can even use like a soap box. Now, a soap box can still smell it a little bit. And we made this journal out of a soap box a year ago. Can't smell it in the journal. So, but what I did here was I took the 3 sides of the box and I used 2 boxes. The other box I took and put in the front and in the back. And so this is held up really well. It's kind of really fun. This is totally a junk journal. This journal is entirely made out of junk. It is from last year's Just Junk Journal Challenge. So you can see how I made that there. But that is another way. And so let's see. So this year for the January Just Junk Journal Challenge, I made it, my cover was made out of the cover from, let's see if I have one here. I have the back, don't have the cover. But from a Tim Holtz paper pad. Okay? It's really, really thick. And I was able, and I didn't even double it. Okay, and I added a piece in to make the spine. So we're going to show you how to do that. And, okay, so that is the journal that I made for the January Just Junk Journal Challenge. And one more hardcover to show you. Oh, two more, actually. So this one was made out of a little golden book. And that is my journal for last year for July. And I actually have used that. That was, I did the Johanna's challenge. And it was the kids, when the kids were here for their vacation. And so I still have some to do. But that is using a little golden book. It has 2 signatures in it. And so just giving you an idea of what we're going to be, our next journal is going to be. So next I have this one I used a book. Okay, so I did use a book. This was May, last year's May journal. And my mom had passed away at the end of March. And going through her things, I would find little things, and I wanted a place to put them, the little things. So I made this big journal. And so it is a book. And then I made a spine because I needed a really big spine. And it's, you can see it's 3 signatures, and I have plenty of room to grow in there. So, hi Bonnie. Welcome. Hi Sheila. Hi Donna. Hi Terry. Welcome. Hi Joe Ray. Okay. Well, Kelly, I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better. Okay, so we are going to make, I am going to make a journal out of 2 cereal boxes. The cover. I'm going to make the cover for my journal. So the first thing I'm going to do is go and find out where it is glued together, and I'm going to take it apart. Okay, so where it's glued together, I'm going to take it apart. And here we go. We're taking apart. And then I'm going to use my cutter. I am going to make, my journal is going to be 9 by 6. Okay, so the cover is going to be 9 by 6. And that will make it so that I can use the 8.5 by 11 papers. Okay, bye Kelly, feel better. Sorry you don't feel good. Okay, so after doing all that, I need to get these edges off, or I'm not going to be able to fit it in the thing. So let's see, which way do we go? We go this way. Hi, Crafty Lass. Welcome. Feel better, Kelly. Okay. So just want to take off the edges. It's much more manageable in the cutter without these edges on there. I'm not saving them. Okay? I'm not going to save the edges. I had already cut one side to make sure that my cutter was cutting. Hi, Robin. Welcome. Hi, Joyce. Welcome. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is go ahead and open up my cutter. And I'm going to make my cardboards a little smaller and more manageable. Okay, I don't want that. I know, we'll say goodbye to the fabric tack. And the little glue. Okay, Okay, so we're going to go over here and cut this, and that's going to be our straight edge, okay? Because whether this was straight or not down here, probably not, because there's stuff going on. So now this is my straightest edge. So I'm going to want this to be 9 inches and this to be 6 inches. And I need 2 of them for the front. I actually need 4 of them all together because I'm going to be gluing the 2 pieces together. If you want a bigger than whatever this is for your spine, then you're going to need another cereal box or another box. She's going to settle down now instead of getting ready for work. That's funny. Okay, so this is going to be my straight corner now. So now I need to measure. So this way, 6 inches. And I will tell myself that a few times before I cut it. I'll go, right? 6 inches, 9 inches. 6 inches, 9 inches. Not that I don't have 10 more cereal boxes, but, you know, sometimes when you're cutting things, you might not have more of them. So if you don't have a cereal box, a really great place to find the board is on the back of like your the writing papers. That sometimes will have a really great cardboard as well, or you might even have some of the. Okay, now I've started talking and got myself in trouble. Okay, so those are. So we did 6. So this way we're going 9. But we're going to take our good edge and we're going to put it over here. And you might even want to mark it. Oh, I already cut it? I'm embarrassed. Okay, so we're 6 by 9. Okay. Let's do that again. I'm not live? Okay, well, let's... We don't want that to happen. That happened earlier. Okay. Well, it says I'm cut. Oh, there. We were just stuck. Okay, so here we go. Okay. So we've got one side cut off the other side. Oh, there's my other cardboard. I couldn't find it. I was like, oh, I'll just go on to the next, the next one. In the end, I need 4. Okay, so we'll come back to this one. Oh, really? I lost my chat and then I lost everything. It was weird. Okay, so I have that. I'll have to measure it, make sure it's good. But I'm going to go ahead now and cut that so that is my straight edge. I'm going to cut this so it is my straight corner. You can even mark it so that you know that it's your straight corner. Then I'm going to come over here and 9 by 6. And my other board was inside of 6. I don't know how in the heck that happened. But It is. It is what it is. It probably moved like that just moved right there. Okay. Okay. And cut. So that's my 6. Here's my 9. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and glue these two together. So, okay, so I'm using my Mono Tombow liquid glue. I'm going to be using the bottom of it. This is why I love this glue, because this is the one I was using last week. And it was taking forever for it to come out. And so now I've talked long enough, it'll be ready to come out. And I'm just going to go ahead, and this has this broad tip. And we'll go ahead and get this out of the way. It has this broad tip, and it's serrated, so you get like excellent coverage. So being able to use your glue all the way to the very last drop, to me, is a great perk of this glue. And the fact I can use it for every medium. I just don't usually use it in videos because it's a wet glue and it takes longer to dry. Okay, so there, and I'm going to go glossy to glossy. And, oh, we have Houston, we have a problem, but we'll be able to fix that. It's a good thing it's on our first one. Okay, make sure that edge is straight. That's the bubble in my thing. So today after the, nope, my phone did not overheat. It was the internet. I had no internet. My internet went away. It said, you have no internet. Yeah, no, my phone overheats in the summertime. It used to do that all the time. It's very annoying. Okay, we could just start over with one of those 10 cereal boxes that I have, but instead I'm just going to go ahead and remeasure, and we'll make, it's okay because we have, yeah, so we're at 5, yeah, we're in between the, that one and that one. We're in between the last two little things. It's okay. But there we've got that. We're going to let it dry. Okay. And we're going to go on to our next one. So now, right now, this looks pretty flimsy, but I'm going to be adding fabric to the front and to the inside, and that is where I'm going to get my stability for this particular journal. So, yeah. Okay, so here we go. And I don't want to be on this. Okay, so that's my straight edge. Hi, Sheila. How are you? Okay, and here we're going to go ahead and this is my straight corner. So now we got to start measuring. So this is my 6, sort of, and this is my 9. You just want to make sure that your front and your back are the same size. So there's my 6 and my 9. Now we need to go and grab another one. And so we'll go ahead and cut this. That's going to be my straight. That's going to be my corner. This is going to be my 6. Oop. That's probably what happened right there. Did you see it got caught in my sleeve and totally moved it? And this is going to be my 9. Okay, so I'm going to throw all these away because I don't want to get confused. Oh, that's a good one, using your brayer if you can't get things to, if you have trouble getting things to stay down. Okay, so again, the thing about this is you want to make sure when you take your bottom, when you're using the top, you need to have your bottom cap on. When you're using the bottom, you need to have your top cap on, or it will not work. But it is pretty amazing that you can just go ahead and put this on here. And that I'm using glue that was making me crazy because it was coming out so slow. But I can still get a good coverage. There we go. And put them together. There we go. Okay, so that is our 2 pieces. Okay, our front and our back. And now we want to make our spine. And I'm going to use my cereal box for this also. And I'm going to go ahead and just like we've done before, I need a straight edge. Okay, and I have 4 pieces that I can use here. So there's my straight corner. And I'm going to go ahead and measure and figure out how much it will let me have. So I can have a 2-inch spine. 2 inches is a good spine. Okay. And then we need the 9-inch. Okay, I'm going to throw these other pieces away so I don't get them confused. And we're going to do that again. We'll start with this. Maybe not. Maybe we'll start with this. Go ahead and remove the big end and refill it, huh? Very cool. If you're, yeah, especially if you really like just the other end. I save them. I've got a few of them up there, and I use them specifically for this when I have to do more coverage. And I like it. I like having that, and then not feeling bad about using. I feel like I'm using something that would have gotten thrown away sometimes. Okay, so that is, so this one. Okay, so now we need our 9. Okay, so these two, very good. And we can go ahead and I'm going to throw those away just because I don't want to get confused. Okay, so now we need to do the same thing with these. And these are going to be the spine. So, like I said, if you want a bigger spine, then you can go ahead and use another cereal box or some kind of box and to get your cardboard or your board. Okay, so this is 2 pieces of cardboard thick, but this glue dries really hard, so it helps it to be like a book. Oh, really? Well, it has an amazing, the tip on it is really good too. It's a thin tip, so I could see where somebody might want to use that. Okay, so here we have our cover, and now we need to put it together. So I'm going to be using fabric, and I have this fabric that my mom had in her stash. And look at this, you guys. They're catching fish, but when I first saw it, I thought it was a butterfly net. But I thought, oh my gosh, this will be perfect for the kit that I gave. If I'm going to use that, I guess I think I am. Okay, so I should have ironed it. I didn't, so we'll go this way. Well, we'll kind of figure out what picture we want on the front. This is the front. Okay, I like this. You get this whole thing right here. And she doesn't get cut off. The donkey gets cut off. That's the one thing about these types of fabrics is something's going to get cut off. Okay, so let's go ahead and get an idea of how. Let's do it this way. There's There's a problem down there. I don't want... I've got another piece of this. Sorry. Okay. So when your fabric is telling a story, you just kind of want to look at your fabric. Even if it's flowers and things like that, you might want to find the parts that are going to tell the best story. So I'm going to go with this right here. That was much easier than the other side. Okay. I'm going to cut about 1 inch around the outside. Okay, and we'll save the fabric. So, and I will be using the coffee dyed paper in this journal. So the coffee dyed stuff that I made today, I will be using in this journal. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and turn it over, and oh good, we can see them. Okay, so we want them. We're going to put the donkey people on the spine. Okay, donkey people are going on the spine. And the rest is going over here. Okay. I did that wrong. But now we know. The donkey people are going on the spine. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're coming apart right here. So let's give it a little... Yeah, check your edges. Okay, here we go. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to start with the outside cover. And so again, I want to make sure. And we're good. So set that aside. And I'm going to start with the front. I'm going to go ahead and put a good helping of glue on this. You can cover this with muslin or like white fabric, or like that skirt fabric would have been perfect if I'd have been able to find it. Because I did want to show you how to do that, so that if your box or whatever you're using, if you don't want it to show through, in some boxes, you know, there's writing on the inside of them too. So I wanted to show you putting fabric on the outside so that it doesn't compete with what you're putting up. Especially if you're using like a light cotton print, it will pull the color of the cardboard through. So like I had out, originally I was going to use some gingham. And, okay, I'm going to... This is my front, and I'm going to go ahead and put it down. Oh my gosh, do you see what I just did? Oh my gosh. Wake up, Julie. I think 2 videos in one day, actually 4 videos in one day is too much. Okay, come over here. There's my donkey people. Okay. Do you see what I almost did? Yeah, that skirt is really getting around. Thank you, Terry. Oh my gosh. Okay, then I'm gonna turn it over on this particular one because I want because I'm a cuckoo head. But I want to make sure that I don't have any wrinkles. Okay? So there, yay. So you can kind of get an idea of what we've got going. Isn't that going to be beautiful? It would have been pretty interesting the way I was saying. Okay, good thing we've got this extra area down here. Okay, so next I'm going to put the put the binding on, or the spine on the donkey people. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I guess I might be I might have tried to do too much today. Oh well, you see, it's real life. Here I had ways to make sure that I didn't cut the things wrong, but I don't have things to tell me not to do the other. So now I'm going to go ahead. I'm leaving about between an eighth and a quarter of an inch in between the cover and the spine. Sorry, Millie. Yeah, it's a good thing Terry was yelling at me. It's a good thing. Okay, so then I'm going to turn that one over and make sure that we're good on that one. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and glue this one. Oh my goodness gracious. So look at, we're getting down to the nitty gritty here on this thing of glue. But sometimes I turn them over and they don't work. It's like there's a pinhole in the glue. So where you guys were saying that somebody had opened the bottom and refilled, that would be the one that I would want to refill from. Okay, you want to go all the way up to your edges. And remember, this glue is also helping with the strength of this board. Okay, it's going to make this particular book stronger. It's pretty amazing how that happens. So I want to try and get these so they're the same size. Well, I'm pretty good for that. Show you how not to do things. I even have a video how not to bind a journal. It's pretty funny though. Okay, so there we go. Now you can see it's curling. And so, you know, that antiquarian or whatever, that might be a good time to pull that book out, or my and to keep it flat. Okay, so there is the beginning. That's my bubble in my desk. Okay. So I actually like to let this dry at that point, but today we're going to go ahead and move on. And so I'm going to go ahead and trim up the edges now that I have a better I have, you know, the board will hold the fabric. Oh, wow. Okay, so trimming. This is a little over a half of an inch, probably 5/8. Is what I left this time. You can save these pieces for your tassel. If you're going to make a tassel, they will be great. Look at that curl. Ah. I'm the boss. I am the boss. Okay. And down here. Yes, Bonnie's saying save your trims for tassel pieces and the tops of your tags. They're perfect for it. Okay, we've done that side. Let's go ahead and I actually prefer not to make cereal box journals anymore because they curl. But they are, you can do it. And it is in the layers that help it to be strong. Okay, so all these pieces I can save for the tassel or for other things in the journal. The cardboard thinks it's the boss. Yeah, it will. Hopefully. I haven't ever had it curl that much before. It just knows that I'm filming. Okay, so I'm going to come in and I'm a little less than 1/8 of an inch cutting across the corners. Oh my gosh, look at, we have a, oh wow, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, and a corner. Okay, so see, our front is doing good. Our back has issues. Okay, we'll go ahead and yes, disaster was averted. I have more fabric. We would have been fine. So now I'm going to go ahead and just like we used to do to make a book cover, I'm going to go ahead and fold up my edge. The thing with this is I'm actually going to have to hold it. Okay. I think we're good. I think we'll start here. Okay. Okay, so we want to fold up the corner. Put some glue down there. Ah, one side is wetter than the other, and that's what makes it curl. That's interesting. Okay, so you want to make a nice edge. I do have some metal corners, so should my edges not be super perfect, I can use those. Okay, so there's that. We're going to come down here. I'm going to keep checking this and make sure that it's staying down. I'm going to come down here and do the same thing. Put the glue across. I used to use Aleene's. I don't remember. Well, I stopped because I tried this and I like it. And this glue, you either love it or you hate it. That's what I'm noticing. Is people either love this glue or they hate it. And I love this glue. Okay. So there. Our cover is really good. Our back is not so good. It's curling again. Okay. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. There. Okay. Think it believes me? There we go. Go down the edge, come back up. This takes time, but it is worth it. I mean, I think being able to make a journal out of something that would get thrown away, I think is wonderful. Okay. Now we're going to come and put it up here. Okay, so we got to edge this one over. And then push it up. Okay, and then go across, across, and across, and across. There we go. I'm the boss. Your phone thinks it's smarter than you. Yeah, been there. Come on, just let me have enough to finish this part. Then I'll get another one. You hear the babies? We have baby birds. Baby birds. Kind of right outside my window here. Oh, I forgot to do the corner thing here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it's not as bad as it was, the curling. The curling. Oh, I'm sorry, Melinda. Yeah, it's hard for them to make it with, oh my gosh, and all the work you put into that. Okay, so we are, oh, it's kind of cool. Okay, so we need to tell it who's boss. I've never had it this be curly. Okay. So, huh? Okay, we're upside down. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use a piece of that other fabric for the center. And then I'm going to add paper to the outside, like I did in the Valentine journal. And, sorry, excuse me. I need to find that piece of fabric. There it is. Okay. Okay, so we'll go here to here. Hi, Virginia, welcome. I'm just gonna cut a little bit off and try and tear it. Oh boy, somebody needs to clean my glasses. I can't see. Okay. Okay, so this is what I'm going to use to cover the inside spine. Again, anything that that will also be saved for tags or the tassel or tassels. Okay, so here we go. Could even have added a third cardboard, I think. Okay. Okay, we're getting to the end of this. I'm like, where did I put the... I moved them. See? That one's got that much. Okay, go ahead and trade it out. Now some of these might not work. There might be other reasons that they stopped working, like that they have a hole in them. I don't know what that one's problem is, but I'm not taking the time to find out. Whoops. Okay, looks like this one works. Okay, so for this, I'm going to start on the inside, on the spine. I'm going to go all the way up to the top, and I'm going to go into the two gutters. all the way down to the bottom. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and on this side, we'll go ahead and start adding out to the edge. Okay, now we'll go ahead and put it on. Pull off any strings. Okay, then we'll just press it down, and then check to see if there it is. I use this pen top. To start pulling this in. And you got to keep doing this because it will move as. Okay, so that will give us so that we have a good opening. Is Robin asleep? Is she still here? Kelly wasn't feeling well, so we don't have Kelly this afternoon. Did I just grab the wrong one? I did. Okay. I tell you what, when I finish making one of these covers, I want to have a celebration. It's like, yes, it's like scoring a touchdown or a field goal or something. Yes! Okay, so now I'm going to come over here and do the same thing over on this side. Hi, Darlene. Welcome. Well, I hope this helps. I'm showing you how to do it on cardboard just because people are home and might not have an old book or something that they're going to feel like cutting up. I'm going to show you how to take apart a book as soon as we get this glued. And I will be making both, just like I made 2 journals for the first part of this, we'll be making 2 journals. I'll be working in 2. I'm excited that I got that. The coffee dyed paper will go into this journal, and the some of the Easter egg dye paper is going to go into the other little journal that I'm going to make. So don't forget, you have the free digital kit waiting for you in Scrap All About It with Dear Julie if you are doing this beginner series. That's all you just have to be hanging out with us and doing it, and it's in the files section of the Facebook group. If you're not already a member and you go and you want to ask to get in, or you go, make sure you answer the questions so that Joyce can let you in, because we can't let you in if you don't answer the questions. Okay, so there is my the inside, and you can see we're straightening out a little bit. I would probably go ahead and add another cardboard, I think. I'm like going, did they change my cardboard? Because I made one of these last year. I haven't done a cereal box in a while. So I'm just going to straighten it out. Oh, Bonnie's not feeling well either. Robin was concentrating on the mini challenge. Cool. I see we have people that have already finished the mini challenge number 2. That's pretty cool. Okay, and Bonnie's going to she's going to get us the link so that you'll be able to see. I'm like, did I make this backwards? You guys? Oh my God. I made it backwards. Do you see that? Okay. Do not do as I do. This is going to be the inside of my journal. Because, do you see what I did? Oh my God. I've got myself all confused when I got confused. Okay. Well, we're gonna, that's okay. We can fix it. We can fix it. If it was flowers, we could just keep it up. Yeah, I would put it underneath some heavy books. That is hilarious. Okay. Well, this is what we're doing. This is now our cover right there. Dun, da, da, da. Okay, so now, well, you know what? We are having a day. That's okay. We've got more fabric. And we have more fabric. Isn't that awesome that I totally... Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to fray the edge of this. It's going to look like we did this totally on purpose. Because you know we did. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to cut along this fold. We'll cut along the fold. Cut along the fold. And keep going along the fold. Okay. And then we'll cut up. Oh, okay. So when I went to, my spine is on the wrong side. Well, I guess I could do it that way. It's kind of ugly. So yeah, we'll just use, yeah, we're fine. We're fine. I meant to do that. Yeah, I meant to do that. I like this picture better, but we'll put something on the front here and everything will be fine. Everything will be just fine. Fine. Fine as a frog's hair. Okay, so we'll go ahead and on the inside, we can go, I don't know, should we? Oh my gosh. You guys, I don't drink and I think I need a drink. Oh, okay. You know what? Let's try. Okay, we're going with the paper. And we're going to cut it. Okay, let's decide, because we're going to cut it into 2 pieces, like we said we were going to do. And we're going to have a pocket. So we're going to cut it at 6-inch. We're going to use this side. I really like this side. Okay. Measure 20 times today. Okay, so we're going to cut this at 6 inches. That should be our, well, let's make sure it actually is 12-inch paper, first of all. And it is. So we're going to cut it at 6 inches. Okay. 6. Cut. Okay. Now we're going to mark, we're going to score it at, well, I want this to come up and be part of the decoration. It's going to come up and it's going to give us a pocket. So we're going to score that at 3 inches. And that will give us a 9-inch little thing. And this is a scoring, this little blue part of my thing here is, it scores the paper. So it doesn't cut it, it scores it so that we can go ahead and fold it. Okay, so that is going to be that. And then I'm going to look at this one. And we have this, the growing. I think we'll use that. So 3 inches on that side. Okay. Now, I usually stop right here and put this under. I have my Book of Ireland and my Book of Scotland. They're really big, heavy, and they're this big. They're landscape size books. And so, so I would do that. I would stop and put them under there. Okay. Okay, so these can actually be a little smaller. Okay, so we're going to cut them just a little bit. Bye, Terry. Okay, so I'm going to cut about 1/4 inch-ish off. Might be a little more than that. Oh, I'm jealous, Cat. Cool. I love cardinals. I love them. I had one. The pair was making a nest outside my kitchen window when I lived in Iowa, and I watched them all day. And then they will build several nests, and then they choose one, the one that after they've built them, the one that feels like it's the safest to raise their babies, and they didn't pick my nest. Probably because of the neighbor's cat, but I watched them all day. It's one of my favorite memories, like, ever. Mom, what are you doing? I'm watching the cardinals build a nest. Mom, are you going to make lunch? No, you go ahead. I'm watching the cardinals build a nest. I did clean out the kitchen window. It had oh my gosh, I had violets in my window that did so well in that window. They looked like they were hydrangeas. They were huge. Oh, happy birthday to the dogs. Bye, Melinda. Okay, so See, I could have used this, but we used that on the other one. So I'm going to I really like this paper. And so we're going to do like we did before. But we'll glue down, this will give us some pockets. Sorry, we gotta hold these down or they won't stay, you know. Okay, so we're gonna add some more glue to the back of this. And then put that down. I can't see. I don't think it's coming out. I've been known to give up and grab the full one. I've got glue on my fingers all over the place. Okay. You see, when it works, it's like, no problem. And again, this is going to help with the stiffness of this book. So you're getting 2 layers of glue, 2 layers of cardboard, a layer of fabric, and then this cardstock. You want to make sure that you're all the way to the edges so that your book will lay down. Your page. And here we go. Boy, has this been an experience. This has been an experience. So a lot of times when I make my covers, these covers, I end up carrying them around with me, making sure that the edges are down. Like if I've made the cover on a video, a live video, I'll take it in the kitchen with me just to keep checking it and to keep flattening it out. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I should. I have one clothespin. It's usually holding my whatever the challenge is. I have one. Okay. So it's helping, sort of. You're going to like doing a book much better, but you can do. The other thing that's really cool on this is if you do like a quilt as your cover, you won't see all that fluff. Yep, always happens when you're live. That's the truth. That is the truth. So we're going to go ahead and move over to this one. And then come back to that one. Here we go. So almost at the bottom. I have a good amount of glue right there on that edge. So if you have like Yes glue, that does not make paper curl at all. I highly recommend, if you happen to have that in your stash, I use that on my mini albums when I make those. But figuring it's expensive, or I don't even know if they still make it, but I have it. Hi, Carrie. Welcome. Okay. So, well, you see this one is starting to even out. This one still needs to learn who is the boss. Brayer would be really good right now. Okay. But you get an idea of how you can go ahead and, yes, the thick books would be good, except for that it's still kind of more wet than what I like to put them under. Okay, so there we'll be working on this edge. Glue on the fingers. And we have our frayed center of the spine. Don't pull up your frayed edge until it's totally dry. Okay. So literally, watch some TV while make sure that it's staying down. Bye, Lois. Okay. Okay, so I'll come back to this. We'll put it over here, and we're going to go ahead and do the little book. Okay, so when you're gutting a book, one of the things, like I showed you at the beginning, is you want a book that you can see through. You see how you can see through down there? And I'm going to use an X-Acto knife. You can use a box cutter or an X-Acto knife. One of the things that I'm going to want to do is to break the book. And so I'm going to pull it and lean it, okay? And pull it. And sometimes in the book you can actually hear it, okay? This book here is sewn in, so I'm going to have side-by-side pages, which is going to be awesome. So I'm going to come in just inside this area. Sometimes this first page will be glued. So let's check that first. No, it's not. Okay, sometimes your first page will be glued here, and so you might want to go inside your first page. But you just go and carefully cut down your book, and it comes apart. So this book right here, that's a dream. That's like 1 out of 20 books, 1 out of 50 are this easy to cut out. Okay, so I'm going to show you one that's not as easy, but is my favorite book to use. Okay, so there, now I have a spine, and you're going to just want to clean this up. But you see this book, do you see how it has its spine is separate from the two pieces, the front and the back piece? And now I have this little book that I can turn into a journal. So that is how you take your book out. And then, of course, I told you this one is sewn in. So you can go ahead and find where the stitching is. And cut them. And then pull it out carefully. And you'll have a side-by-side page that is the natural size to fit inside this book. So, that's funny. 2 layers of cereal box and 80 million layers. So I really like this book. It's got life isn't always wrapped neatly and tied with a bow, but it's still a gift. It's got all of these quotes in it. So I thought that was really cool. So that's how you take the book apart. Then you come over here and you make sure that you're still sticking. You see, we are getting a little flatter on a hole. Okay. And even there, we're getting a little flatter. Okay. So next I have, this is the book, The Work. This is not how you want a book to look, but this is like my favorite book to use because it's the right size. But you can see it's actually glued on here. It's glued to the spine. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to first break it. Okay. There. This was from the Dollar Tree. I bought several of them. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Oh, it's this one. This particular one's not glued as much, but see, it's actually glued to the spine. So it took the spine with it. Okay, but that's okay because I'm going to show you what I do with these. Okay. So cut this one down. Okay, so there I have another book of book pages. Okay, so then I can go ahead and I'm probably going to want a journal bigger than this when I do make one. So you can just go ahead and cut the spine out. And if you save these spines, you can go ahead and use them to make a fake little box for in your shelf to hide things. So you can take several of these and put them together, glue them together and put them on a box and put them in a shelf where they, it's like right at the edge and can be a hidden box. I don't have one of those yet, but I will. So this time, this would be your 2 cereal box things. And you go ahead and you lay it down. Then you make a spine. You want your spine to be as wide as this is. And so this is probably three or four of these, like the cardboard from the cereal box. Then you can go ahead and you can, make your spine however big you want. And this is a great cover because it's also a white cover, so you can do whatever you want to. Our trash service does the recycling through the trash service. So it's not like we have separate recycling. I just found out. I was like going, how come we don't have all the extra bins? That they have machines that separate everything. So, yeah, so that is how I would do this. And then you just go ahead and build your cover just like we built this one. Okay? And so, book boards, awesome. Book boards, as you can see, book boards are much better than cereal boxes. But cereal boxes do work. You just have to go hide them under, or put them under the Irish and Scottish, or Ireland and Scotland book. Okay, and one more thing, we'll want to keep making sure that our gutter is doing good while it's drying. So this is one part that you do need to keep checking on while it's, or I do need to keep checking on while it's drying. Yeah, well, if that size book is fine with you and you only want an inch of a spine, then yeah, go ahead and leave it on. You can, I could have just put the stuff in there. You don't have to reconstruct the spine, but usually I want something thicker than, if I'm going to take the time to make a journal, I want it to have more space. That's my personal preference. So, yeah, come on. Straighten out. Straighten up. I'm the boss. Well, I think this video was a comedy of errors to think that I had it backwards. I almost glued the cardboard to the cover on the right side. Thank you, Bonnie. Yeah, Bonnie's she's letting you know that you don't have to go through all this. You can use the book as it was. Do I have another one? What do I have? What's my next book? Ah, look at there. Told you I like this book. Okay, so same thing. Go ahead, break it. Break it. Remember, this one is not connected. So you definitely want to break. So again, taking it off. We'll see if this one comes off as easy. Nope. This one is. This is another reason that you might want to do the spine, is because you might ruin the spine taking the book apart. Boy, I'm glad we got an easy one for that first one, but that would have just been par for the course for today, right? Pay attention to what you're doing with the knife, because you've got a knife. Yeah, this one's glued good. This was done by number B57. They do a much better job of gluing their book to the spine. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We get it. Okay. So see, we were not in, for this book, we were not in deep enough. Got to get in here. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. And that. There we go. There we go. Poor book. Poor little book. So you can see this is like totally flimsy because the cardboard. See, I moved my finger out of the way. That was really smart. I can see through this. This one has that pretty stitching. Okay, so what you can do, as Bonnie was saying, is you can just reinforce this. So we can cut, you can put this back in there. You can cut that if you don't have any other choices. Cut it down and put it back in. I mean, you don't have any other, choices. Or you can pull out your trusty cereal box, or 2 or 3, because this is a real book, so you probably are going to want 2 or 3. And just like we did the other, you're going to cut this down to fit. So you're going to look. Yeah. If only here. If only I was that organized. Not. Okay. I'm going to go with just under an inch. Ouch. Oh. Okay. That's why we have a grid. That is why we have a grid. Okay, so you're going to want to cut a few more of these and put them in there just like we did with the other. But you actually can put them inside this book. Okay, you still want to make sure that you can close it, so it might even need it to be a little smaller than that. And I would add either fabric or like the medical tape that I use or something along in the center. And you can use this plain white cover and just add something pretty to your cover. One of the things that I like to do is I add, I don't know where it went, it's usually right there. I have some canvas that's just big enough to go over a spine. And I don't know where it went, but I did use it on the garden journal that I showed you earlier. So I've actually read the book too, most of it. It's quite interesting. Quite interesting. So I was like, I saved one of the gutted books. I gutted the book, and I was like, oh, it's quite interesting. It's interesting. It's interesting. So, excuse me. So that is making how to and how not to, and how to check and double check, quadruple check, many times check. Oh, Tyvek is your favorite? Yeah, I don't have it as ready available, so I don't use Tyvek. I have some Tyvek bracelets that like medical bracelets that somebody gifted me in Happy Mail, and I use those. I'm thinking this is just going to have some lace on it, you guys. It's going to have some lace so that I don't have to look at that wave. It waves. It's still really wet. Really, really wet. But that is our cover. I will be working in this journal, or working on this journal for the next at least the next few videos. And then I also will be working on this one. So there we go. Da, 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 da. And I don't know, I think it needs to be, I'm probably going to have to make this one a new one. But I think, you know what, maybe I'll just make this a really small journal. Yeah, that's what I'll do. But I have some really pretty things to go with this. So beautiful. I love the flowers. These are all my favorite flowers. Yeah. Got Lysianthus. We got some poppies, ranunculus, a Johnny Jump Up, and a tulip. And some of them I can't tell what they are because of the way that they are. A hydrangea. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Begonias. Begonias. My grandma raised begonias. I raised begonias. I had beautiful ones for a while. There's no daisies on there. These are all my other favorite flowers. There's no daisies. Maybe I'll put a big daisy on it. I'm a very flower person. I love flowers. I love flowers. So, yeah, so earlier today we did a video. Oh, that's a good idea, May Journal. We did a video of coffee dyeing and also Easter egg dyeing. I used actual Easter egg tablets. I did not add the vinegar. Cool, Joyce. That's a lot of pages. Do you have 37 papers? 37 papers or 37 back and front? Okay. One signature. I can't wait to see Joyce's journal, you guys. Joyce is making a journal. She's my happy mail girl. She's my happy mail girl. So she's making a journal. She actually won the journal that I made. You guys, most of you have probably seen the Dollar Tree junk journal for the I'm a Cool Mom's Dollar Tree junk journal challenge. She won that for my thousand, can you believe that? My 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So I'm trying to make this straight. But I will probably add a trim or something to the edge if it ends up that it's Well, it's straighter. So that is our cover made out of cereal box. And I hope that showed you what not to do, what to do. Possibly add a third cereal box, maybe. But you can see you can get it straight. It's still, wet. It's still wet. So anyway, so this morning in the video, coffee dyed and Easter egg dyed. And I love the way the papers turned out. I love the Easter egg dye. Oh my gosh. And I've done it before. But I literally used what was left over. Yeah. Yeah, Linda. And that's what I usually do. I have a big Ireland and Scotland book that I usually place on these after they get to the point where they won't glue themselves to my book, because the books are over 100 years old, but they're heavy and they're bigger than this, so they hold it down. So I think it's coming along. See, we're getting there. We're getting there. But you have options. You can go ahead and make a journal out of a box. Now, some of the other things that would hide that, like I said, if you used a quilt or like a pillow sham, something that had more like a soft, and it, then that would probably hide it. I did do this once with wallpaper and I gave up. I just had deja vu. I gave up on that one because I couldn't get that one to get straight, even with the help. So, but I think this is going to be really fun, and I will use the free kit again. This time I will print my free kit pages on cardstock, make it much easier, some of them. And I think I might use well, I'm using a different cover than I was going to use. So I was going to do some sunflower in it, but I didn't use that. Oh, counting 1, 2, 17 to the middle of the book. I see what you're saying, Joyce. And double that would be 34. But if you do like I do and you've glued some of your pockets together, you will lose a page. It's like you've seen where I take the 2 and I'm like going, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. And I'll take 2 white pages and glue them together and make one big pocket. Okay. Yes, it's her first journal. So, so you have 17 pages in the front and 20 in the back is what you're saying. So total, if you have 17 and you have 20, you have 74-page journal. And that's cool. I'm excited. Joyce is making her first journal. Yay! Oh, yours did too, Heather? Yeah, somewhere around here there is a cover made out of cereal boxes with wallpaper. Look it's working. It's working. We can do this. We can do this. Even though we have a bubble in our desk. But I think, oh, I love this fabric. Love, love, love this fabric. Oh, we have a we have a snag. Deja vu. My grandma, that was her job. She worked in a clothing factory, a Levi's clothing factory. They made Levi's Western shirts. And she was, one of the jobs that she did at one point was she cut all the strings off all the stuff. And if we had strings on us, oh my gosh, it was, she'd come over with her little scissors and cut our strings. Yeah, and if you use envelopes, then you only get one side. Yep, yep. Especially if you, especially if you're following me, you're gonna do a double tuck. Okay, I really, really think that this. Thank you all for putting up with me today. And you remember that part 14, if you want a good laugh, you come back and watch part 14 because it was how not to make a cover. But it turned out. It turned out and it's going to be fine. And I'm looking forward to look at there. See, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. And it'll be hard once it dries. Yeah, I did work hard and I had to clean up my mess from the coffee dyeing too. So my husband will be happy because the kitchen table I cleaned it off and I set it all nice. He'll come in, he'll go, "Wow." He doesn't see the whole kitchen table very often. Yep, the worst part is the cleaning up after. So, but I think we did pretty good here. And so, okay, so I have a video that will be up tonight at midnight my time. I believe it's the, what letter is it? I hope I have one for tonight. I just did another one. Um, what letter is it? Okay, you guys saw P, right? Oh, V. Vibrant, Veil, and Valance Flips. Those will be up tonight. So, then tomorrow is the fabric F. And so those will go up the next day. Yeah, worst part is the cleanup. I am so tired of cooking. I am just so tired of cooking. And you guys, I cook every day. But sometimes I go like to the Thai restaurant that we have here and I get the rice and then I'll make something to go with it. Um, or I'll pick up a chicken and I'll make something to go with it. But this having to cook, and we don't go out very often. Like we don't go out. I do cook every day. But this is different because I can't I can't just run and get something different. Yeah, and Tom hasn't gotten gas for the barbecue. So I think that would be an essential because some people that's how they cook. So I'm like, I'm so tired of cooking. I don't like to cook anyway. Just so y'all know, I don't like, but I do cook, and I do know how, and I'm a pretty good cook. It's actually surprising, but I don't like it. I don't like having to. Yeah, Bonnie hates to cook. Um, come up with a new idea every day. Ah, which I already have to do that. But like I said, we don't go out very often. I have probably at least 6 or 7 restaurant gift cards that we didn't use. Joyce loves to cook. I don't know. It's getting better. I just want you to know it's getting better. It's getting better. Okay, so I have a cover, and that's the bell. Husband is home. So I'm going to surprise him and actually be out there. I don't want to. I no. He could. He's actually, I think he's picking up cheese on his way home because we're out of cheese. So there you go. Thank you all. Thank you for listening to me. Spaghetti is as complicated as you get. I made that Mississippi roast or whatever. I had a little tiny chuck roast thingy, and I made that, and it was so good. And I turned it into a bondigus soup, and it was so good. So yeah. There's just so many other things I would rather do than cook. So, but I like to eat. And I like for it to be good, so there you go. So there you go. Thank you all for being here. Have an amazing day. I hope you got something out of this. Look at us, 44 and 44. That's really good. Yay! Have an amazing day. And be safe. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing day. Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.